I wanted to talk a little bit too about something I made reference to in a couple homilies leading up to this, of relating our experience of the changes going on within our parishes that are both external and internal changes. So here's my diagram to try to explain it. Maybe you'll find it helpful. The green circle here represents all of parish life. All the different kinds of things that are going on. So I've listed a few things. You know, we've got various different ministries, different groups doing all sorts of different wonderful things in our parishes. We've got religious ed. Some of our parishes have schools. So we've got all sorts of things happening within our parish, right? And sometimes it might feel as though everybody's just doing their own thing, and but everybody expects everybody to feel like their thing is the most important. And so now we're doing 1,000 different things and 100 different fundraisers and all sorts of that. So we've got all sorts of things going on. And then put on top of that, and then we have to do some changes over the last number of years with our journey of faith, pastoral planning that we've been doing. So we could think of terms of everything in the blue has to do with the body of Catholic life. So we're body and soul as human beings. We've got a visible part and an invisible part to us, right? So all the visible, external, structural, and leadership changes that we've gone through, the realities of the changing demographics that I mentioned earlier, as well as the diminishing number of people participating, that increase of the blue bars, the nuns, those who have no faith, and then add to it not as many priests. To be able to take care of all of the different places has caused us to do that inner circle, the second circle there. Families of parishes are formed with reduced mass locations, so some of our parishes don't have mass on the weekends, as well as restructuring of some parishes actually have merged into new parishes to make administration easier for the priests, and also restructuring things like school leadership. So those are kind of the changes that people feel the most because they're the visible ones. I mean, as much as you in the pews may feel those changes, the priests also feel those changes as well, because trying to transition, we're trying to transition to things that will make it easier for the priests, but in the course of the transition, it doesn't. So we've focused a lot of time on this, and I have found, having gone through multiple different locations where we've worked on those kinds of external changes, sometimes in the midst of that, the even more important internal transformation kind of gets lost for a time. And so we want to make sure that doesn't get lost. So because as human beings, we're not just a physical body, we also have a spiritual soul. And same way with our parishes. There is a core invisible center of our parishes. We could think in terms of the internal or cultural or spiritual things that are going on. And there needs to be constant change and renewal within this. Not change to the core. The core of it is God himself. So God never changes. That is something that's constant with everything else that may change in our lives. He doesn't change. Also the vision that comes to us from Jesus and his church, the vision that's surrounded of go and make disciples of all nations, that of evangelization, that never changes. And the vision, the big goal that we have from the Archdiocese of Omaha, as I mentioned already, is to help formalize it and put words to that mission for us specifically in our area. The big goal I didn't mention earlier, but the big goal is simply for all parishes to become missional parishes, so parishes that our core identity is about evangelization. And the goal when it was originally placed was for that to happen by 2026, so we're getting much closer to that. Is the culture of our parishes, is that the main thing that, in a sense, everything in our parishes is all about? Each one of our ministries, each one of our groups is evangelization, a core thought in why we do the things that we do. What about in our religious ed? What about in our schools? Because that's really what the soul ought to do. It ought to really determine what our life is like. And so we can notice that, mean, we've kind of been focusing a lot on the exterior body, but we can't forget our soul either. And so this new initiative, Holy Spirit Catholic Parishes Ignite, is all about trying to assist us in taking the soul of what we're all about and helping the parish life be transformed so that this is what we're all about. So that's what the 3 parts of Holy Spirit Catholic Parishes Ignite. There's the 3 parts to it. You're currently at the Ignite workshops, the first of our workshops. And then we've got Sunday Sparks and Upper Rooms.